What is the scope of digital marketing? How to start in digital marketing? Is podcast a good source or to personal brand? Like what is personal brand? Oh my god, I don't know these so many terms and I need to start in digital marketing but I can't find that way out. So what's up people? I am Divyanshu Malik and welcome to my new channel Divyan Show. So here I am conducting interviews from various several industry experts and primarily focusing on digital marketing. So, you're experts from digital marketing and my friends who are ninja in this field. So, today I have with me the Piyush Kukreja, who is here to help you with these questions. How Piyush started with digital marketing, how podcast has helped Piyush achieve that 7 figures, and everything in detail. We have 2 parts covered. So, my first episode, my first part with the Piyush Kukreja. Let's go. Thank you so much, Piyush, for joining my video podcast. I'm so glad to have you here. So today we are discussing all about like the terms which are most commonly used in digital marketing, that are personal branding, growth hacking, and podcast, which is most trending right now. Like everyone is following this, and they're starting in podcast, whether it be a video or whether it be an audio. So firstly, please introduce
Yes.
yourself to my audience.
Yeah.
Like,
Thank you so much, Devanshu, for inviting me to your show. I'm really grateful that I'm the first guest on your show, right? Am I the first on
exactly,
your show?
yes, exactly.
Yeah. So I'm really grateful that you invited me to your show and you're starting your podcast by my episode. So it's been my honor, 2 or 3
Same.
years down the line, or maybe 5 years down the line, your show would be one of the topmost shows. So I can proudly say I was the first guest on this show.
That's awesome.
So thank you so
Thank you
much,
so much.
Devanshu.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, and congratulations on starting the podcast, and you have
Yeah, thank you.
immense potential to grow this podcast. So coming to my introduction, like as you also given my introduction, I will give you my short introduction.
Please.
It's been like I'm a digital marketing practitioner. It's been more than 3 years almost. Like I started in early 2070s, April and May 2017 or mid 2017, I can say. My digital marketing journey. So tab se leke ab tak I'm doing digital marketing. I'm digital marketing practitioner. So it's been more than 2 years. I started my podcast as well. I'm host of one of the popular Hindi digital marketing podcast,
Yeah.
which is the Piyush Kukreja show, which I think you're also a regular listener of that show.
बहुत अच्छा है, मैं
Uh,
बहुत सुनता हूँ उसको, काफी नॉलेज है उसमें.
Thanks. Yeah. So yeah. So मुझे काफी लोग many people know me because of my podcast. So that's why I
Right.
mentioned that. And for as coming to my professional and business kind of introduction, like what I do in a business point of view. So currently I'm helping coaches and trainers, whether they're offline or online, helping them launching their online trainings and growing their online training and scaling it to 7 figures
Wow.
eventually. So that's what I do, like
That's
helping them
awesome. That's
creating
awesome.
sales funnel, lead magnets, proper tripwire and proper MVP product, or maybe any product they want to structure. Kind of this I'm doing and helping them, getting hitting a 7 figure mark in few months with the help of my Facebook ads skills and my team Facebook ads team. I have expert team. So this is what I do right now. So that's what my short introduction.
Like that's awesome. You have been started. It's just been 3 years and you are doing so much. Like you are helping
Thank
businesses
you
to
so much.
get in 7 figures. Like it's a dream for every
Yeah,
startup to achieve that 7 figures in a limited time.
7 figures in rupees to be specific, not in dollars
Yeah.
as of now.
Yeah. Right.
So yeah.
Even that is also too much. Like 7 figures, it's everyone dream to
Yeah.
achieve that when you are starting
Thank
up.
you.
But many
Thank you so
business
much.
lapse in their first phase only, when they are striving and they are working hard in their first
Right.
phase. They lose up their like mindset. They are not getting their results and all. So it would be a great session, everybody. So we will be
Yeah.
discussing with Piyush all about how he helps and what is personal branding, what is ClickFunnels, as he said right now. Like he is helping with that also.
Yeah.
And so firstly, Piyush, like how you landed up in digital marketing, like
Yeah. So
your early days.
it was back in 3 years back in 2017. So like it was never planned. Like I'm going to
Right,
be a digital marketer. Just like हम जब college में होते हैं, when we are in college or school, we think
right.
that एक बार college खत्म हो गया, school after school. So
Mhm.
but okay, I want to be this. So I never thought that I want to be this. I
Right,
always thought maybe uh, in schools I used to school में तो इतना दिमाग होता नहीं है ना कि हम इतना सब सोचे.
Right.
So after that, maybe after 10th standard, like 10th, I was 15-year-old young kid. I used to think I would be a software engineer or an animator, animation जो बनाते हैं, video editor someday. I used to think that. I was also about to, this I haven't mentioned anywhere. That I was about to join a course as well. But my dad says do 11th, 12th. He said me, and also my cousins, like Joe, he has a video editing agency. He said you can learn from me. As of now, you can continue with your traditional this education 11th, 12th. So I was not knowing कि क्या होता है क्या नहीं, बस मुझे साइंस पता था. फिर आर्ट्स कॉमर्स के बाद में पता चला मुझे ये अच्छा ये भी होता है. So I just got an admission over there 11th, 12th. So I never thought I'm going to do this. After that, I entered in a college. I started my computer science degree, which was a 3 years degree. It took me 4 years to complete it. That's a different thing. So in 2017, I completed my college. I was done with my college. I was in my I just turned 20. I never thought I will do this. I just thought, okay, side by side, I used to run a blog, not a professional blogger. I see experimenting, exploring things everybody does before
You
coming to
started
digital
off in
marketing.
digital marketing with your
Yeah,
website.
just like not exactly digital marketing, creating websites or something, playing around with things, not professionally, but just messing up with things and playing around with things. So never thought, just had a thought, ऐसा नहीं कि मैंने बहुत साल पहले सोचा था. I was like 15 days back and सोचा मैंने कि okay, I will do this. And in the very next week or तब से ही मैंने start कर लिया सीखना, maybe searching on YouTube, Google वगैरह. So it was never planned. It was, a random thought. Let's do this.
So you are a self-learner,
because
if I'm not wrong.
I started with self-learning, and of course, when you want to go and scale, so you need some mentors. Of course, आप experiences सीखते हो, but I believe somebody who is doing the same thing since 20 years or 15 years or 10 years maybe you could learn many things from him, just like we learn from Avi, and learning from many different people. So you learn from a tribe. Just say, let's suppose you want to be a doctor. So when you are working under, maybe learning under the guidance of a doctor who is 20 or 30 years senior than you, of course you are going to learn things. So yes, I can say I'm a self-learner, and in beginning I started with myself, and still I'm a self-learner. Or we can call it as learner. Nobody is a self-learner. Even though I'm learning from YouTube or Google, it's not something I invented. Like I'm started with learning from YouTube, Google, then either the courses like Udemy, वगैरह. Then learn from different mentors, like international through their YouTube channels or through their courses or something. But eventually, the primary learning was from my work experience, because once we do things is different, once we learn things is different. So both are different things, right? So the day we do live things like working with clients or working with real campaigns, then we got to know okay ये भी चीजें होती है. तब real learning हमारी शुरू होती है. Then the real learning starts. Even today also I can say I'm a learner, lifelong learner. Like I'm still learning different things, different. So yeah, so this it was never planned. I went coming to digital marketing was never planned. I think digital marketing chose me. I didn't choose digital marketing. Of course, I love digital marketing, and I can say it's I can say past history. I can say like what we do in childhood or my behavior, my nature. Just like there are two kinds of three, so maybe multiple types of people. One, एक लोग होते हैं कि जो बाहर जाके they like to go out and do physical activities, maybe sports or things like that. But I'm a kind of person, I don't like to go out. I usually sit at home and try to work on my laptop. So पहले तो मेरे पास laptop नहीं था when I was 15-year-old. So I used to have a PC, so I used to work on that. Maybe do video editing. Maybe do video editing, or maybe do something like maybe some activities, PowerPoints, helping my friends in PowerPoints. I would kind of techie kind of not
You were
programming and all
upgrading,
that.
like you were upskilling.
Yeah, so I used to. It means I was a computer kid. Like love to work on computer with anything, video editing, image editing, Photoshop, or something like that, PowerPoint presentation वगैरह. So इसके शायद उसी के से I chose digital marketing because it was a laptop thing. Due to that, you don't need to go anywhere. So yeah, this is how it was unplanned. Yeah.
That is awesome. So after that, when you started off in digital marketing, you practiced. Yeah, so how did you actually grow in this business that you were not aware of what is digital marketing, how you can grow, how you can, you know, be in that competition where there are so many digital marketers and everybody is like
Mhm.
doing so amazing in this field. So how
Yeah.
did you
So
approached
when
in
I
this industry? Like how did you
yeah,
approach?
so when I started back in 2017, I was very confused what exactly is digital marketing, how to learn, what to do, what not to do, feeling like a lost kid. Oh my god, I want to learn, stress,
Hmm.
anxiety, how to learn.
Right.
That time that And in 2017 there was some financial crisis at my home, like in my family.
Okay.
So I was already struggling through that, so I don't have money to spend to coaching or something. So
Hmm.
I got a job तो मेरी 15 दिन बाद joining थी. तो in between that I was trying to learn from here and there. I was very confused, lost, don't know anything, what to do, how to learn. And by the grace of God, like I'm working with many top digital marketing leaders.
Right.
Many, like, they are my clients, and some of the other way I'm working with them, like many leaders, not only digital marketing, like industry leaders, maybe in sales or something. Also many TEDx speakers, many people who are serial entrepreneurs. So I never thought 3 साल पहले, if I go 3 years back or 3.5 years back in 2017, if you ask me, you are going to do this, oh my god, I am going to do this. I'm not telling that I'm doing some big job. तभी वो time पे I was lost. So there's a saying, I don't know किसने बोला ये,
Hmm.
कि आप चलते जाओ wherever you want to go, you will meet people, like-minded people. आपको आपके ऐसे लोग मिलते जाएंगे,
Yeah.
those who have similar goals and those who are doing similar things. So this I heard, I'm not sure किसने बोला है, but मैंने काफी जगह सुना है वीडियोस में और काफी लोगों के थ्रू, शायद आपने भी सुना होगा,
Yeah.
दिव्यांशु आपने भी,
Totally.
लोग
Yes.
देख रहे हैं, सुन रहे हैं इसको.
Hmm.
सो बस मैं चलता गया डिजिटल मार्केटिंग में. जब मैंने स्टार्ट
Hmm.
किया तो मैं किसी को जानता भी नहीं था,
Hmm.
और आज तो मेरा अच्छा खासा नेटवर्क है, अच्छा मतलब
Right.
कनेक्शन है, अच्छे अच्छे टॉप कनेक्शन. सो इट्स लाइक दैट, आप चलते जाओ,
Hmm.
आपको लोग मिलते जाएंगे. सो वैसे ही मैं चलते गया, लोग मिलते गए, मिलते गए, मिलते गए. फिर पता
Right.
चला, अरे यहाँ तो बहुत सारे लोग हैं, इतने लोग कर रहे हैं. देन समटाइम आई हेल्प देम, समटाइम दे हेल्प मी. इट्स लाइक
Right.
दैट. सो या, बस चलते जाओ, यू विल गेट टू नो मोर पीपल.
Right.
राइट. सो दिस इज द एक्चुअल थिंग. काफी लोग बोलते हैं ना, मैं इसमें जाऊंगा तो मेरा कोई रिलेटिव बेस में नहीं है, मेरे कोई फ्रेंड्स भी
Right.
नहीं, कोई जान पहचान का नहीं है. तो नो वरीज, आप चलो, यू विल गेट दैट पीपल, एंड मे बी इन 3 months, 6 months, 1 year, आप जैसे जैसे आप घुसते जाओगे चीज में, यू विल गेट मोर पीपल.
Yeah, it is a very
राइट.
good point. Like,
Exactly. And this is the
right.
thing, this आपने भी, दिव्यांशु, you started
Hmm.
1.5 or 2 years back, right?
Yeah, right.
आपका कोई शायद पहले दोस्त नहीं होगा इतना. You started
कोई
with
भी
an
नहीं था,
institute.
कोई भी नहीं. Yeah.
इंस्टीट्यूट से आपने सीखना थोड़ा शुरू किया, वहाँ पे एक दो लोग
Right.
मिले होंगे अच्छे लोग, यू गॉट कनेक्टेड टू देम. फिर आपने यू जॉइंट
Right.
एट IM, देन with Avi, then I was also there, so हम वहाँ पे दोस्त बने, still we are connected. So in the journey you got to know about more people, you got to know about Raghav as well, you got to know about other
Exactly.
people as well. So right, so it's like, just you keep walking, you will get the people, like-minded people. So this is what I experienced.
Great.
Yeah.
That is
So
awesome.
first I used
Actually,
to listen, मैंने सुना था, जब मैंने experience किया, I was like, हाँ ये, this is true.
right. Great.
Yeah, tell me. Yeah,
So when did
you were
you
telling
got
something.
introduced to podcast? Like, what is
Yeah,
podcast?
well, I will. So there are two questions: what is podcast and how I got introduced.
Yeah.
So
Right.
how I got introduced, like in 2018,
Hmm.
August. तो podcast, I was knowing what exactly is podcast, क्या होता है क्या नहीं.
Hmm.
Like फिर मुझे पता था क्या होता है, बट ऐसा नहीं पता
Hmm.
था कि कैसे शुरू करना है. So
Hmm.
I got to know that in August कि it's super easy to start. Just download Anchor.fm app,
Hmm.
and it's easy to start. The day I got to know, I recorded in 2 days. I recorded my first episode, and the third day it was live.
Hmm.
This was the
Right.
quickest thing I did. Like, never procrastinated on that. Directly मैंने start किया. So it was like, there were 2 3 reasons. Like, I can, number one reason was nobody was doing it, and I thought it's the best opportunity to start with, first
Yeah.
mover. Number two was, uh, it was very exciting to me. मैंने बोला कि it's just something different, exciting.
Hmm.
Third was, I want to start creating content, but I was not able to do content because I was very shy in front of videos,
Hmm.
fumbling and all that. So I just thought, this is the best way, because nobody will see me. I am not into
Hmm.
videos. I will be under audio, behind the scenes. So let's do this. So this were 2 3 reasons to start. I just started without even thinking much, and I decided the name without even thinking much. The Piyush Kukreja show. The Piyush Kukreja was my username. I just added show. Yeah, so that's it. I just started this podcast, and recently interviewed, got an opportunity to interview Neil Patel as well. So
Yeah, right. That was
this is how I
amazing.
started. Yes,
Right.
thank you. So the second question was, what is podcast?
What is,
Podcast
yeah.
could be in very simple and layman language. In very simple language, my definition of podcast would be, podcast is like anything, like audio form of content. You can say audio form of content. It could be video as well, but mostly it's an audio form of content. There are four types of content. One is video, images, text, and third is audio. So audio form of content on internet is podcast. We could say that, like this. There are many definitions. Like this is just my definition to explain you. It's not a standard or something definition. Just to explain you. For example, there's Apple Podcast, Spotify. You can listen to podcasts on there. Yeah, that's it. So this is a simple definition of podcast. Not exactly you can say
Great. So
standard
where you
definition.
can engage with your audience and you can deliver what you want,
In the
like
form of audio. In the form of
in
audio.
the form of audio. And for
Yeah.
video, I guess there is a term podcast, right? When you're doing a
Video
video podcast.
podcast. Yeah, so I'm not sure that's the term, but thanks
Okay.
for letting me know. I will check it
Yes.
out. But video
Right.
podcast, we can call it video podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, like, we come to know what is podcast. So
Mhm.
why one needs to, come into podcast? Like, is it good for business? You can leverage it for
Yeah,
your business.
of course,
Like,
it's good for everybody, and it's not necessary that everybody needs to come in podcast. It's not
right.
necessary, and it's not the only thing. But it's the, I can say for me it was the best thing.
Okay.
A podcast, as a business also, it helps you in growing your network. For me, podcast's best benefit was, and still it is growing my network. It helped me in growing my network. I'm
Right.
part of many things. The book is coming now. I'm not having that book. Yeah, so I'm part of the growth hacking book too. So I got this
Yeah.
opportunity because of podcast. I got an opportunity to speak to many events, like online events as well. Plus,
Right.
many people like you are inviting me to the show. I got many clients as well. The network is growing, right? I got many clients due to podcasts. Like I can say almost all my clients are right now I am having, not all, like 80% are because of podcast,
Wow.
directly or indirectly. Directly in the sense he somebody listened to my podcast, uske baad he got to know about me and he's my podcast, he's my client now. Indirectly means you are my guest and you referred somebody to me, and that's indirect way. So directly indirectly mere paas, even though many of my guests got clients because of my podcast, like not many but few, like.
Okay. That is
Yeah,
awesome. So,
thank
like,
you.
podcast is a tool where you can actually leverage for your business. You can connect, you can
Yes, yes.
network,
Of course, yeah. It's a
and
networking thing. For me, it's
networking.
podcast.
Right.
And let's suppose Devanshu, let's suppose you are a student,
Right.
and you want to do a job, student or not, you want to do a job or switch a job. You want to do a job. What's the process? Standard process. You will find a company. You will
Right.
find a HR email ID, right? Then
Right.
you will email them your CV, create a CV, email them. They will call you or not. It's upon them. Depends on the
Right.
vacancy. Then they will invite you for an interview, or
Mm.
maybe they will take a call interview, telephonic interview, or maybe Zoom call. Then they will invite you to their office, come do HR round. Then again, second day, second round, third day, third round. Then they will decide they want to do or not.
Right.
Still आपको CEO के पास जाने के लिए you have 5 more processes. What if I tell you, without even giving your CV, or maybe without even talking to HR, you can directly land to an interview, or directly in job?
Yeah, that will be
Do you want
awesome
to know
actually.
how?
Yeah,
Yeah.
please.
So what you can do, this is what I did. So what you want to do, I will tell you. Then I will tell you what I did. You can, let's suppose you want to work in as a digital marketing executive. So find some top digital marketing companies in your city, or if you're ready to shift to cities, and try to find it in metro cities like Mumbai,
Right.
Bangalore, Chennai, and Delhi. These are some 4 good cities. All cities are good, but this digital marketing, जो भी metro cities है, जो भी दूसरे भी होंगे, you can search it out. Or maybe intercity if you don't want to shift or move on another city. Let's suppose I'm in Mumbai. Digital marketing agencies or companies or firms in Mumbai, or in Dadar and Andheri, whatever it is, or in my city Nasik. So I'll search top 5 companies. I will check the LinkedIn pages. I'll check how many employees they have. If I'm मुझे ऐसा लग रहा है कि okay, this company is a good fit for me, then I will see vacancy on their page. Or maybe अगर वो
Right.
नहीं करना तो वो नहीं भी कर सकते आप. And what I'll do is, in the company page, I will find name of the CEO or a chairman or a head, whatever the head is, marketing head. because he is the person decision maker, right? He is going
Right.
to hire you or any other employee, digital marketing or
Exactly.
jo
Yeah.
bhi hai. What I will do is I will shoot him a message and I will invite him to my show as a special guest. Simple. I'll
Wow.
invite him, right? एक बार वो he will be part of my show. We'll talk. He will get to know about me. Then after the show, or maybe before the show, when you're talking about questions, or maybe after the
Hmm.
show, you can network with him. You can ask him, hey, I saw your company. I'm a big
Hmm.
fan of your company, or something like that. I saw your company, and I'm also looking for some opportunities. Is there any opportunity in your company? Like for me, I'm looking for this. So he will say, oh yes, Divanshu. Of course he will. मतलब yes बोलेगा no उसके ऊपर हो तो but he will consider you, right, if he's having vacancy. So he will tell you that suppose he's having vacancy, he'll tell you, yeah, of course, Divanshu, could you please drop me an email or
Right.
let's meet, what you do. So वो
Hmm.
time पे he's live with you, he can talk to you. Okay, you can
Right.
tell, okay sir, I do this my projects. Do you have more 2 minutes? Can I share my screen and show you something?
Hmm.
That's it. It's up
Right.
to you how you take the relation. You're connected to the CEO, right?
Wow. Yeah.
He may also ask you to visit the office. You can directly meet to the CEO instead of HR, because that's authority already. You again trust. Or
That's a
maybe if
great
you're
way.
going to
Hmm.
yeah, maybe if you're going to HR,
Hmm.
90% of chance you will directly land to the CEO's meeting.
Hmm.
In my case, it was a direct job instead of any interview, direct job. It
Wow.
depends on the person to person, like.
Yeah.
So this is
How
how you
you're
can do.
working on yourself, how you're
Yes,
upskilling.
and
It's all about.
even though if he or she is telling that okay, we don't have vacancy, if they don't have vacancy, they don't have, right? If
Hmm.
they don't have vacancy, what they can do is, it depends on the person again. They can tell you, okay, Divanshu, actually currently we don't have vacancies, but
Hmm.
one of my friend XYZ, he's also having running a digital marketing agency or company. He's looking for a digital marketing executive. I can
Yeah.
recommend you to him. His name is this. Go message him, give him my reference. Or I will
That's awesome.
simple. Or you can ask him, or अगर उसने बोला कि आपको वैकेंसी नहीं है, तो you can ask him, is there any of colleague or any friends in your circle who's also running a digital marketing agency?
Hmm.
Maybe could you please connect me with someone, like I'm open for I'm looking for
Right.
opportunities. ऐसे कुछ आप बोल सकते हो. Depends में word अलग अलग आप use कर सकते हो
Right.
in a very professional way, in a very subtle way, right? So
So
that's it.
that's
So he will
awesome.
tell,
Like,
okay,
yeah, yeah,
he
yeah,
will tell
yeah.
you this is the person, this XYZ person. Go and talk to him. So you can tell him that, could you please ask is the power of ask. आपसे सिर्फ पूछना
Hmm.
है. Could you please connect me with the, could you please introduce me to that person, maybe by creating a
Hmm.
mutual WhatsApp group, or maybe drop a message, would be great. Simple.
That's awesome. So,
One
like,
line
for, yeah,
would
for
land you a
those who
dream
are
job.
listening, that this is a great thing Piyush has recently shared. Like, he has also got job at Internet Mughals, right?
Yes.
The job
Not
was at
internet
Internet
moguls, actually, with Avi. Not
with
actually
Avi.
internet
Yeah,
moguls, with
yeah,
Avi.
right, right,
Huh.
right. With
So
Avijit Arya.
yeah, I just told, yeah, I just told him, like, then he उन्होंने मुझे question नहीं पूछा. He just asked me,
Hmm.
like, where do you stay? Like I said, Nasik. So he said,
Hmm.
I
Hmm.
am
Hmm.
Delhi. Our office is situated in Delhi. So we
Hmm.
don't like currently providing work from home. You need to shift over there. Are you ready to
Okay,
shift? I just said yes, and that's it. Interview closed.
that's awesome.
No
It's
interview,
all
no HR round.
right,
Even I
right.
was not knowing, even I was not knowing before coming that who is HR.
Hmm.
After
Okay,
coming, I got to know, okay, this is HR, this is that, and that's it. So
so
this is how you crack any, I can say, without land to a dream job without any interview,
right. So it all
right?
happened because of podcast, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So, like, so for those who are listening, who are starting their own podcast or who are into podcast, this is a good thing you can utilize if you are looking for a job. Call out like influencers in your field and just connect
Yes,
with them. Networking is a good key, like everything in
of
any
course.
field
Yes,
it is. Like in any field,
yes,
networking is a good thing. That's awesome.
yes, yes.
So what things you require, मतलब क्या चीजें चाहिए हमें podcast स्टार्ट करने के लिए अगर जिन्होंने नहीं
Yeah,
किया
you
तो देख
just
रहे हैं.
you just need, like, if you can watch this interview,
Hmm.
if you're watching this interview, me and the Vanshu on YouTube or wherever it is, if you can listen it, that means you can start your own podcast. You have everything to start a podcast. If you can watch this, that means you have internet connection. Without internet, how can you watch this interview, right? Your internet, you are able to watch this. Number two, also you have phone or laptop.
Right,
You are watching this or listening to this interview, that means you have a laptop or phone, a working
right,
phone with internet connection, if it's on YouTube or whatever it is, right? That means you have everything to launch a podcast.
Okay.
You just need to install an app called Anchor.fm, and that's it.
Okay. So
You
that's
just
super
need to,
easy.
yeah, you
Right.
just need, you don't need any mic. This mic I purchased after 2 years of doing podcasting.
Hmm.
So in the beginning, I used to use any earphone, or sometime without a earphone, I used to do.
Okay.
Yeah. So you just need a mindset, clear mindset. I want to provide value to my audience. That's it.
Right.
Number one mindset. Second is, a passion of providing,
Exactly.
of doing this. That's,
Hmm.
you don't need nothing else. You don't need any
Hmm.
material things.
Hmm.
Just a phone, and everybody has a phone. That means
Right.
you don't need anything extra. Yeah.
Right. So when it comes to equipment, your phone is just okay to start with.
Yes.
You don't
Of
need
course.
any camera, you don't need any ring light, or you don't need anything.
You don't need. You don't need.
Any
You don't need.
expensive
Yeah.
mic also you don't need. You just need is a value content, right?
Yes, exactly. And you just need a passion. Just like
Right.
Devanshu.
Thank you. So,
Right.
so for the topics for podcast, like we should choose some trending topics, or we should go with our own niche, like what we actually like.
You are talking about the overall podcast topic, yeah, episodes
For the
topic,
initiation, like for the podcast
for
initiation,
the
like
overall
what,
podcast category.
yeah, right.
Just like mine is digital marketing, yours is also
Yeah,
digital
right,
marketing,
right,
right?
right.
So it's up to you if you want to go as a business perspective. So podcast should be anything related to your business, around your business. Let's
Okay.
suppose you're into jewelry, so it should be
Hmm.
related to jewelry.
Okay.
If you want to do a personal passion, then go with anything. You like cricket, start a podcast on cricket. You like wrestling, WWE, go on that. You like speak about Mahabharat, go on,
Okay.
start that. If you
Okay.
want to talk about golf, yeah, just से भी आपको जिस बारे में बात talk about, you like talking about Hollywood and Bollywood movies, web series, news, talk on that.
Right.
It's up to you. You can talk on anything on a personal. If it's a business point of view, then I would suggest to go for your niche, like whatever your niche is. For me, is digital marketing. For you, is digital marketing. So, right. For
So,
me, it is both.
right.
Like my passion is also digital marketing. My personal thing is also digital marketing. My profession is also digital marketing. So I even in free time also I'll 90% obviously I also watch another entertainment videos, but
Hmm.
90% of the time I will look for digital marketing things.
Okay. Right.
So that's the thing.
So with this, we come to like the term which is personal branding. So something
Yeah.
about personal branding, would you please explain what it is like?
Yeah, it's a really wide term, and definition would be different for everybody, which varies person to person. This is my definition. Personal branding means number one would be being personal. Personal
Okay.
branding seems, yeah, no, you don't need to copy anything. You don't need to copy Gary Vee. You don't need
Right.
to copy other people, Grant Cardone, something. Personal
Hmm.
branding means number one, being personal, being whatever you are, showing whatever you are
Hmm.
on social media. And many people are considering personal brand, like definition अगर मैं बताऊँ example देखिए,
Hmm.
like Coca-Cola is a brand, Apple is a brand,
Right.
Sony is a brand,
Right.
Samsung वगैरह is a brand,
Right.
or TVS or Bajaj, Tata, these are the brands. But you, Divyanshu, is a brand. Me, Piyush Kukreja is a brand. Whoever is listening to this, personal is a personal brand already, right? It's like how big you are, how कैसे आपको पहुंचाना है brand, and how you want to launch yourself, how to grow. That's a different thing.
Hmm.
But a personal brand, a lot of people have a misconception, and especially in India, mostly in India. Plus, some people are spreading this misconception is personal branding only means creating content. ऐसे लोग फैला रहे हैं.
Hmm.
But what I learned from many people as well as Gary Vee, creating content is part of your personal brand, should be part of your personal brand. Gary Vee
Okay.
says create content, but a lot of people are misconnecting this. A lot of people are considering that content creation is the only thing to do in personal brand. That's not true.
Right.
Content
Okay.
creation is part of your personal brand, not the only thing. Of course, an important thing, but not the only thing.
It's a
You get me?
broader term. Like,
Yeah, it's a part of your journey, right?
right.
It's a part of it. It's not the only thing. A lot of people are creating content considering that it's the only thing we have to do. No, there are a lot of things. A person brand should have a mission, should
Right.
tie up to some missions. Like now, mission number one should be maybe launching your own product. Number two would be maybe doing events, launching your own books, running a podcast show like this, building a community, right? Doing webinars or providing mentorships, providing services. So there should be some missions. These are not personal brand. This are the missions of personal brand, right? If you don't have a mission, then how you will run your personal brand? What objective you have? Of course, you have to create content. I believe in
Right.
content creation, but sometimes I struggle with consistency. That's I'm honestly telling you. But content creation, of course, you have to create content on other different platforms. More content, yes, you have to create more content. But that's not the only thing. That's the thing, but not the only thing, right?
Right.
Exactly. That's what I'm trying to explain.
And more
So this
important
is what.
is the quality content you're giving.
Yeah, of course, and
Consistency
being
may vary.
yourself. You don't,
Yeah.
and being yourself, implementing your ideas, personal
Right.
ideas,
Right.
not watching Gary Vee or watching Grant Cardone or watching anybody else, maybe in India or international, exactly copying the content. No, it's not a personal man. It's like, it's not a
Right.
personal man. Yeah, getting inspiration from somebody is different, but exactly
Right.
doing what somebody is doing is something different, right? So I believe, yeah, you can watch somebody if you're inspired by him or her, but add some of your flavor in it. Maybe try to create some, you have some idea, go implement it. Like, it's like that.
Right.
It's implementing your personal ideas. That's a personal
So
brand, I believe.
personal brand, I can
And being
say
personal,
it's a
community.
name. It's a name for
Yeah,
a service you are providing for which people
no,
can look
not
up to.
service, not, yeah, not exactly service, but personal man is you. That Divanshu is a personal man. Me, I am
Right.
a personal man.
Like
When,
suppose if one wants to listen to digital marketing, he will be,
kind of
he,
that you can see
he will recognize, okay,
adjective,
the Piyush Kukreja show is I want to look
right?
up to.
And one
So,
more thing, like when you are known because of your work, that's a bigger personal brand. And if you are knowing somebody because of his work, that's a win, right? अगर आप मेरे को जान रहे
yeah,
हो मेरे काम के बारे में वजह से,
right, right, right.
right? That's it.
That is personal
Right?
branding.
That's,
So we can
yeah.
say that
And when,
we,
yeah, sorry, when people in digital marketing or any niche are talking about you, then it's, I can say, a
then
little
mission
valuable brand.
successful for our personal
Yeah,
brand. Like
successfully, but that means, okay, you are a little bit growing.
we are getting known. Like
Not when other people are talking. Okay, मैं digital marketing में हूँ. Let's suppose some students are who are not into digital marketing, they know me. That's good. But
right.
when people inside the digital marketing industry or top leaders of digital marketing, when they talk about you, they recommend you, they talk about you when you are not in the room, that's a personal brand.
Right.
That's,
That is amazing. Like yeah.
that could be a definition for your personal brand. That means how massive your brand, right?
I think
मुंह
that
पे तो कोई
answers perfectly. Like who don't know what
yes,
is
yes.
personal branding, that is a great answer to everyone.
Yeah, when personal brand means, like, if you talk about, defining personal brand, like Divanshu ka personal brand kya hai? When I'm taking your name, why and how I'm taking your name,
Right.
and where I'm taking your name, that defines, okay, Divanshu
Like right.
personal brand.
Like for a certain
It
topic, if my name
it's,
comes up.
yeah, it's like it comes, it takes some time. Even
Right.
I'm it takes some, ऐसे नहीं कि आपका आपने स्टार्ट किया और आपको मिल जाएगा सब चीजें.
Right.
It takes some time. It will take like 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, whatever it is.
It's a
Depends on
process.
person
Like
to
it's a process.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
That's great. So like podcast is a way to increase your personal brand, like to maybe
Not
leverage.
exactly increase.
Right.
Yeah, but for me, it's the best way for me.
Yeah, for you.
Yeah.
There are so many other ways you can increase your personal brand. There are social media channels also. And so next question comes up, like when you talk about personal brand, like growth hacking is a part of personal brand, or is it a whole new concept? Like what is growth hacking?
Yeah, it's growth hacking it's not, exactly personal brand. Growth hacking is, not only personal brand. आप growth hacking कहीं पे भी use कर सकते हो. Increasing revenue of your company or a brand, making more, something business में growth hacking use कर सकते हो. It's not only personal brand. Personal brand तो growth hacking is something different.
Right, there are
growth
questions
hacking
like
means,
growth hacking is a part of digital marketing, or is it a
not only
process
part of digital marketing.
for a
It's
new
digital
concept?
marketing.
Yeah, please.
It's a little part of growth hacking, I can say.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like growth hacking का दूसरा word है जो मैंने सुना है, like as a T-shaped market. मतलब T मतलब this T मतलब it checks all levels of marketing, like business.
Okay.
If you're running a business, let's suppose it has sales part, right? Sales department or sales process. Second is marketing. and third could be customer relation management, and fourth could be your own product, right? These are 4 to 5 phases of your product like this. And one could be finance investment. So growth hacking works on all the this factors.
Right.
Digital marketers work on marketing factor, but growth hacker works on sales plus the product plus the marketing plus the branding plus the customer relation and all the factors of the this business, or all the hierarchies of the business.
So next
Yeah.
question would be like for podcast only. Sorry, I'm back to
Yeah.
podcast.
No,
So
you can
how
ask
to
anything.
one who is actually starting his podcast, he don't have any users, viewers, and he's
Mhm.
looking up to invite somebody. So how he should go for that?
Yeah. So there are a lot of ways. Number one way would be look at the person first, follow the person, and check on what platform the person is more active on, whether it's Instagram, LinkedIn, or
Right.
Facebook, or whatever it is. Check, identify that, and try to reach out on that platform first. And
Right.
that should be a professional way. You can't directly send me, hey, I want to be, if it's your best or good, very good friend, just like we both are, that's
Right.
a different thing. You can invite them जैसे भी आपको पसंद है, but better to invite him professionally.
Right.
Second, but if you want to invite anybody, so there should be a professional message. I try
Right.
to connect them with, let's suppose I want to somebody, invite some expert. I'll tell them, hey, XYZ name, I was just going through your video, this particular video, and I just learned this thing. Here's a video link, something like that. So उसको लगेगा कि हाँ कि ये सही में मेरा वीडियो देख के आया है. This is something customized message. And I've been following you since long, or maybe 5 months, 2 months, 1 year, जब भी आप कर रहे हो. And I've learned a lot of things related to this topic from you, and following you, and inspired by your content. And coming to me, I'm Piyush Kukreja, I'm host of this show, and this show is just all about this. I interview this people. Me and my listeners would love to hear hear your 2 cents on this topic, or would love to know your story. Would love to know more about this topic from you. So I would like to invite you on my show as a special guest to talk on this topic. So looking forward to
Okay.
your response. So
So we should.
जरूरी नहीं हाँ बोले. It's
Right.
I'm just telling you rough message, word to word.
Right.
आप
Right.
खुद अच्छे से बना लो.
Right.
Yeah. So this is how you will invite them. So it should,
Okay.
but ask, जिसको invite करना just ask them. That's it.
We should
Okay.
mail them. We should
Okay.
provide that
हाँ.
we are following you from
Right.
since long, and
Right.
we will be happy to and glad to
Right.
host you on my show.
Exactly.
Like it's
Exactly.
just a
Something like
simple.
that you can tell them. And if they're not replying after 4 days, 5 days, follow up with them. Maybe again email them. ऐसे आप अलग अलग प्लेटफॉर्म से बात करो. ठीक है.
Right. So thank you, Piyush, for joining, as there are time constraint and you have to leave. So we will be keeping our second part of the Devyan show, where Piyush will be again joining us for the next part. And thank you so much. It was a great value. We came across all the terms like personal branding and growth hacking, everything, which is actually required to grow your business. So thank you, Piyush, for joining me.
Thank you so much, Devanshu, for inviting me on your show as a first guest. I'm being honored.
It's
So
pleasure.
we will be doing second part, and we will be planning more questions for that. Maybe we can take questions from audience as well. So guys, if you have any questions, you can comment down below in the part one video.
Please.
If you're listening somewhere, share this video or screenshot video, or maybe screenshot of this video or podcast on your Instagram. Tag me and Devanshu, and I'll offer you something for free in exchange of that. Yeah.
That's awesome.
And again, thanks. And guys, do subscribe to his podcast, follow his podcast, like this video, comment on this video how you like. And I'm looking forward for another episode with Devanshu, maybe in daylight. Today it is little night. And behind me is not my real house, it's a virtual background to be specific. Yeah. Thank you so much, Devanshu, for having me.
I truly enjoyed, and all the useful resources I will be providing in description if you want to connect to Piyush or me. Thank you so much, guys, for watching this video till the end. I hope you liked it. And if I have missed a lot of questions that are still in your mind, जो आपके अभी भी दिमाग में गूंज रहे कि यार ये तो इसने पूछा ही नहीं, ये तो मेरे को मिला ही नहीं, तो आप प्लीज़ कमेंट करो डाउन. एंड मैं और पीयूष आपको ज़रूर हेल्प करेंगे. कोई भी क्वेश्चन हो आपका, we are there to help you, and you can connect with us with the links given. So make sure you subscribe and press that bell icon ताकि मेरी next video पहुंच पाए, क्योंकि next video आने वाली है मेरी डिजिटल मार्केटिंग इंस्टीट्यूट के best institute, I should say the best institute in Delhi, and he would be with us. So we have all the question who are starting their institutes or who are struggling to striving in growing and scaling their institute, digital marketing institute specifically. So next video for them. Till then, bye.